Hi, greetings. I wanted to talk to you all about spiritual and sexual diseases and what that is and what that means. So, right now, um, a lot of people will do things and they don't really understand what the consequences are of certain sexual behaviors. And a lot of people automatically think of STDs. And they're definitely, a consequence of sexual behavior. But there are some things that can happen that aren't visible, that don't cause a disease or may cause a disease later down the road. And so, a lot of women wonder, where do men get the gall and get the just the audacity to act the way they act and be so full of themselves and so egotistical and things of that nature. And I've heard women say things about men like that all the time, and I truly believe that is because they're getting their energy from a vessel. And what vessel is that, you ask? I think that they're getting it from women. I think that women possess a lot of power. I've always kind of looked at women as the smaller, the weaker, because that's kind of how I was trained in church, to be really honest with you. And you're to be dainty and whatnot. And I totally believe in being very feminine. I like femininity. I'm very into feminine energy, but I never was taught like the power of a woman, so I didn't hold women in high regard. And once I started to do that, my mindset started to change about a lot of different things. So when I talk about goddess energy and things like that, people are like, "What are you talking about?" Whatever. But the power of a woman can, with a man's sperm, her egg, and her egg has to do what it's supposed to do, because everybody doesn't have eggs that are able to be fertilized because they just may have inadequacies or whatever. But I have, seen, people unable to get pregnant and other things, and they're asking me why, and it's something in their day-to-day life a lot of times, and it's not very easy to say that to someone, because they're like, "Oh, you're blaming me," but it's not a blame thing. It's just there's just more self-work to be done. There's just let's navigate this way. And that's why with my fertility help with my products that I sell, I also offer spiritual readings, because sometimes there are spiritual blockages that need to be worked through before a child can be conceived. But a woman's power, the fact that women are able to conceive children, carry them, not even full term all the time, because their bodies are under so much duration, sometimes too long, because the baby needs more time to bake. But that women can do this, can give birth, and then nourish the child from her body. Once he's out, the baby is dependent on mommy for a lot of different things. They want her to be around her. They want her voice. They want her smell. All of these different things. They want her milk. It just shows that women are very, very vital to society. So this also ties into my women's health, why I study women's health, because if the woman is not taken care of, no one's taken care of. And studies have proven this. Public health studies have proven that if women are doing very poorly in health, that the country usually has a very bad health rate. Duh, women are having babies. Women are the only ones that have babies. So I said all that to say is that women often are not told how important they are, and then men come in and they drain us of our energy, because we do not demand. We're already drained really from society telling us all these different things, and then we're unable to stand up for ourselves and be like, no, you have to have a job if we're going to have a child. You're wrong for doing that. You're wrong for saying, no, you have to assist me with these children, not just be there. You have to actually help me. I hear women say all the time that they never get a break from their children. And this is because they chose to marry mates that didn't see the value in helping. I'm very, very thankful and grateful that I have assistance with my mate, but I hear women complain all the time that these men don't help with the kids. But You know, we lent our lineage to them. We lent our lineage to them. We gave birth to their children. We kept their bloodline going. And this person won't even help you. I feel like these are the types of things that need to, you know, if possible, be tested before a relationship, because it causes so many problems. So these women are drained. These women are being drained by men who won't claim them. They won't help them with kids. They refuse to wed them. They abuse them. It's a drain thing. It's literally like an outlet and a plug. And if you can stand it, if you have the ability to, you know, I'm not talking about instances where women are abused and these things are taken from them. And I'm talking about rape. But if you can, just close off the source if you are not getting the things that you desire, like seriously. You know, there are too many men walking around here with their head held high because they got to have sex with all these different women and they didn't deserve to sleep with one of them. They don't have anything. They live with their mothers. Blah, 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 blah. Or they're just a flat out douchebag. And, you know, there has to come a point in a woman's life where she's like, I'm not doing that anymore. You don't deserve to have me anymore because you don't treat me the way I deserve to be treated. And I think for a lot of women, they'll tell you it's because they remain abstinent. I found out about some of these gurus. They'll say it's because they became abstinent or whatever. But it's really the realization that I don't deserve to be drained of my energy when you don't pour anything back into me. You don't feed me. You don't make sure I'm okay. You don't check on me. You don't assist me with children that we already have. Da 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 da. When women stop and they stand firm in their power, things happen. And they happen fast. Because men do operate off of what women do in relationship instances. So I think that is something that women have to start to stand firm in so that we can stop getting these, you know, sexually, spiritually transmitted issues going through our community. We have to stop lending out our energy and cultivate self and work on self. That's what really helped me in my journey. And I'm just being flat out honest. I was like, you know what? This is not important. This guy doesn't care about me. I'm waiting on him to call me. Literally cut off energy. Like literally, I would just delete his number on my phone. And I wouldn't think about it again. Because it didn't matter. There were so many other things I needed to be working on spiritually. I had time for meditation. I had time to do prayer. I had to go to work. I had to take care of my son. I had to squeeze in some reading, some alone me time. I literally didn't have time to be focused on what a guy was doing because I just flat out was so focused on me. And that is that's it. Like that's the aha moment. That's the Super Soul Sunday Oprah moment. Like that's it. And so that's the quickest way to just get rid of all of the BS in your life with other people. But especially sexually, just cut them completely off. You know, I'm a number deleter. If you're not going to talk to me anyway, that kind of way anymore, and I'm no longer speaking to you type person, I'm talking about family, friends, all the way down to, you know, these so-called cut buddies that won't call you back. All the way down. All of it. You can just completely stop yourself from dealing with BS. So, I've kind of rambled, but I said all that to say that I really hope that, you know, people take their spiritual health seriously and don't lend it out to other people, because that's exactly what happens when you engage in relationship with people, whether it be physical or just someone as a friend. So check me out. I have my online class about sacred spirituality, about how you can do certain things with sex, and how some people can literally steal things from you spiritually with sex, or they can give you things spiritually. That's why it's so important for you to be careful about who you are, who you're sleeping with. And all of my classes can be found at chosenwomb.com, as well as my holistic women's health class, which has natural remedies for yeast infections, bacterial infections, the whole nine. I can be reached at chosenwomb.com, and my email is going to be below as well, and that's heal@chosenwomb.com. If you want to keep up with what's going on, what we're doing, the holistic health, spiritual health movement, make sure you sign up for my newsletter, and that will be below as well. Thanks so much. You guys have a great day.